Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Firefly Tarot, and welcome back to our little mini-series for Are You on the Right Path? And today's topic is career, or so anything resonating with your situation, you know, work, career, probably stuff with finance as well. So the first one was, are you on the right path in terms of just yourself? I will link that below just in case you missed it. I was actually going to film this way sooner, but I don't know if it's just me, but it seemed like last week was just ridiculously busy. So we have here the 4 options for our pick a card. I'm going to show you each one. We have here group number 1. This is iolite. Iolite. It's this dark blue color. You can't really tell. We have group number 2, the Tiger's Eye Worry Stone. Group number 3 is the Rose Quartz Pendulum. And group number 4 is Emerald. Okay, so just take as much time as you need. Timestamps are below. You can pause if you need to, otherwise I will see you in your reading. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 1, which is the iolite. So let's tap into your energy here. Again, this reading is really just to give some clarity to your situation, not to say you're doing something right or wrong in a judgy way, but let's just get the illumination here. Spirit, this reading is for group number 1, please. Our iolite group. Are they on the right path with regard to career? Please and thank you. Spirit, can you please give us any kind of starting message for group number 1? What do they need to know in this area of their life, please? Thank you. So this is really an encouraging starting card. We have the 6 of Wands, but you know, there's usually a story to tell, so let's get more. Spirit, for group number 1, what can you tell us of their path with regard to career, please? The Wheel of Fortune. And the Lovers. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it here for a moment. As far as I can tell, there's a very powerful energy behind you in general. And I was kind of just unconsciously leafing through the cards, and I did see some extra powerful cards, especially with actual prosperity, like with pentacles on them. So just looking at these 3 cards here, you can see here the success that is very much closely intertwined with your destiny. And then here with the Lovers card, I also think that it's very much relating to areas of your heart. So whether it's something that is relating to your passion or your divine guidance over here with this angel, I do feel that your energy is kind of, it's almost like floating over this career path of yours. Now, what I mean by that is, it feels like for the most part, I do feel a lot of you are definitely on the right path in terms of what you want. But I also feel if you feel like you're not quite there yet, I still feel that you're incredibly close to either starting that path or even discovering what that is for you. So again, the path for you with your destiny, or with the right path for you, is one aligned with your destiny and with something that you love. Because I feel like for you guys, especially, for you to, I think, feel successful, you have to love what you do. And I know that there's a lot of people, and unfortunately that's not always the case, that's not always aligned, but I think that the difference here with you guys is you have the awareness that you need to love what you do, and you need to have that passion. So all of these different things are aligned for you. In terms of if you're walking this path already, that's a bit more, I think, up and down, because I feel like it's a split kind of a percentage here. Spirit, can you tell us a little bit more? Are they on the right path? Group number 1, iolite group. So I think, in other words, I want to say most of you, in terms of this particular spiritual path, you definitely know exactly where you're going. You know, because like if that was not the case, then you know, I often get asked about career within my personal readings, and people do ask that. They sometimes have no idea where to go, what they love to do, what would fulfill them. I truly feel like many, if not all of you, know exactly where you're going or wish to go, and that is already an advantage. Spirit, can you tell us a little bit more? Are they on the right path? Group number 1. Okay, so this is probably where a little bit of the story is coming through here. This is how they actually came out like this. So we have the 5 of Pentacles, the 8 of Cups, and then the King of Pentacles. So with these 2 cards, it definitely feels to me that you are or will be, or like let's say maybe planning to walk away from this type of struggle, whether this is emotional, more spiritual, or just straight up financial. It's usually very much connected. So it does seem like you guys are trying to and planning to walk away from this. And I do feel like you will be successful. It does seem at first that, you know, it's not going from this level to shooting straight up into something completely different. I feel like actually what's going to happen is after you get out of this state of being, it's going to level out. So it's going to take some time to continue to build this, I believe. But it is going to have this even balance once you get out of this situation. So over here with the 5 of Pentacles, again, this could be any number of things that have to do with your struggle, whether it's just like going to a place of work that you really don't like, maybe even hate it, maybe it makes you miserable, or there's maybe not that sense of environmental, but it could be unfulfilling to you, or it could just be causing some, you know, some additional stress emotionally speaking, spiritually. I don't know if it's even physical for some of you. I mean, that could definitely be involved, but I feel like it's an emotional heaviness for sure. So over here, as you are aligning with your destiny, see the wheel is kind of even turning here for you. This is a big deal. For those of you, if you feel like this has not occurred yet, it is going to happen soon. I would bet it's going to happen before the end of the year, especially, you know, if you're watching this as I'm posting it in September. Over here, I feel like you're also getting divine guidance with this part of your life. Like if you were confused, if you were feeling a bit directionless, I do feel that your guides, your angels are going to step in and really make a difference here. In fact, you can even see it. You have all of these guides that have revealed themselves here, and they've been wanting to direct you. They've been wanting to show you something for a very long time. I just thought of 444 in my head. Yeah. So in terms of are you on the right path, I would say again, like I'm leaning towards a big yes here, especially if you're already kind of stepping one foot in this direction of your destiny and the thing that fulfills you. So let's keep looking. Spirit, what else do we need to know? Are they on the right path with regard to career, please? Group number 1. I got a message right here as I was shuffling. They said you know what is written. So you do have this really, I think, clear idea of what your actual destiny is, even if it's not conscious that you're aware of, like that you know this. With the 5 of Cups, this is very much a longing feeling. And I think, and I thought of this as this came out. So if you are aware of what your destiny is, and I'll get back to that in a moment, and you're not living that path, you probably are going to feel this, which is, it could be sadness, longing, it could be this regret feeling, or a general feeling that you're missing something. And your soul is aware of that, by the way. Now, in terms of if you know what is written, what they said there, I think a lot of you are consciously aware of what your destiny is, or like, I guess, quote unquote, supposed to be. You just know this based off of your own soul and your own inner alignment. But for the rest of you, if you've never actually really thought about it, you still know on some level. And the more that you think about it and do a little bit of that reflective hermit work, you are going to be fully aware of what your destiny is, even if that means that you are partly building that destiny. Because I feel like, this is my personal opinion, I feel like destiny is kind of half and half. It's what is in our potential to do and what we're meant to do, kind of a thing. But the rest of it is, I think, our free will, our choice, our efforts, and stuff like that. Anything else? Are they on the right path with career, please, moving forward? For group 1, what do they have to know? So again, here we have some nice level balance. I do think that if there was a big struggle financially, again, I am seeing things kind of level out, balance out. Here, they did say something about November as well. I'm not sure if exactly the sequence of things, but like I said, if you are planning to make some big changes with your career, I think right before that point, you're still going to have some security. So it's not like it's going to be struggle and then shooting way up. Like I said, I feel like it's going to be this building. Okay, so in terms of their actual path, can you give us a bit of clues here? And by the way, I will link below if you missed the reading that has to do with path and purpose. It's very much related to this here. Spirit, can you tell us about their career path, or what is right for them in their heart, in their destiny, anything like that? So they did say it again. They did confirm this again. I did sense a really strong leadership from you guys as I was shuffling and thinking about it. Here with the Ace of Cups, this is your heart. Again, it's really closely relating to the Lover's card. And I can only imagine that if you have a heart this big, that you, in your version of success, a lot of that is helping to give that energy towards others. Can you tell us a little bit more, please? Their destiny, their path, their fulfillment, especially with career. So these definitely flipped quite obviously upside down. Let me see here. So it was the Hanged Man and the Three of Wands. For some reason with this in the reverse, as I'm just going to take it that way, it kind of looks like you took charge of something. Because this way it looks like you're just surrendering and you're like, okay, you know, it's whatever. But here I really do feel like you took charge. And then kind of this similar vibe here, especially because I'm seeing the red and I'm noticing the pattern with the red and the green here. So actually I feel like this has to do with the fear. For some reason, I just feel like this has to do with the fear that you were able to face that had kept you down before for, you know, different reasons. So although they're not giving me an exact, like, whatever, like answer or career field, let's say, I feel like what they're hinting at is everyone's individual story. So you were able to face some type of, I think, very deep fear within yourself. Spirit, can you tell us anything else? Are they on the right path with their career and what that might look like once they get there, or if they're there now? What does it involve? Wheel of Fortune card, please, Lovers. The Wheel of Fortune card and the Lovers. Thank you. Okay, so again, we have the Queen of Cups, we have the Seven of Pentacles, and then over here we have Justice, kind of in the reverse. But yeah, it just makes me feel like, here with the Justice card, I definitely feel like there's a sense of fighting for something. Now, here's why I can't really read these cards too clearly. It's because it's still formulating. There's still some things that you are growing to be within your persona. So if you guys have a strong sense of inner justice and being able to see things from a different perspective that others don't, this is still blooming within your energy and therefore within your career path. So it's not happened yet, and you might not have even thought about that yet, and that explains this over here. So you do, again, you're confirmed that you have a big heart, a really big intuition, a lot of compassion. And over here we can see that, again, these steps basically are still building. You know, honestly, I feel like you guys are in some ways not meant to know certain things. If you're not there yet on your path, you might, Spirit and your guides might even be saying, you know, this person is not quite ready to see the full picture, and we're going to give them, we're kind of going to convince them. That's what I'm feeling here. Can you tell us anything else about, are they on the right path? Any other messages for group number 1, please? And then we have this on the bottom. Okay, so We have the 2 nines here, 9 of swords, 9 of wands. I feel like this is probably, maybe even as I said what I just said, I think that this has to do with your worrying and overthinking for things and saying, like, how is it going to turn out? Am I going to end up where I need to be? And that right there, I think, is a caution. It's an advisory message. So try to let this go. Obviously, that's not an easy thing to do, but what they want you to do instead is just to focus on the actual path itself. So waking up every day and feeling like, you know, what can I do today? What can I, how can I be my own passionate self today? And just focusing on that. They want you to trust your guides to the point where you know that they will help you have the right pieces fall into place, as long as you just do your best with your own energy, positive energy. And again, they have not quite given me a vision of what you're doing, but I can still feel that, like, definitely your heart is in the right place. Is there any final message with what they actually will have involved with their career path, or anything about the future of this path ahead for them? They said here specifically with the Two of Cups, they said you're going to figure it out. Bottom of the deck, we did have this Ace of Wands. So again, it has to do with something that you're intensely passionate about. Even if, like, there's a good majority of you that might not have discovered what this is yet. Again, they're not giving us that particular information in this reading. Anything else? Yeah, they're just kind of giving us a little mini spoiler. And here with the King of Swords, they're talking about the clarity and the fact that you're going to have the ideas. I would say for a lot of you, it's going to happen in the next couple of months. I don't know exactly because it is different, but they're going to give you almost like a sequence of bright ideas. Okay, so again, kind of bringing it back to the original answer here. It's actually a lot simpler than what we just went over. I was just trying to get some details for you, but they didn't really want to do that. So again, we bring it back to just the initial 3 cards: Six of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and the Lovers. So this is really where the answer lies. Every one of you has a very unique type of destiny, right? This wheel that's turning for you. And the way that you can really harness those energies and those answers is, again, the same exact thing. Try to open up your heart chakra and really just open up your own energy to receive and to allow yourself to feel this type of happiness. Even if you're more of a, let's say, practical person and you're like, oh, but that doesn't make sense, and, you know, that's not going to earn me a living, you know, stuff like that. Try to not worry about those thoughts, because if you do, you're going to start to feel the 5 energy. So instead, really just focus on that present moment, that present feeling of that happiness and fulfillment, while trusting your guides and opening your energy to them. Over here with the Six of Wands, this is just you seeing yourself as this successful person, whether it's a leader or some kind of a healer, helper type of a situation. But again, Six of Wands is really, really simple. It's just showing that this is your version of success in terms of living that happy life. And yes, it is connecting to your career. So again, I feel like the reason we didn't get too much of a specific message is actually because everyone here has a different version of this. So feel free to let me know what this is for you. Okay, but we did get some of the guidance messages. At least a lot of you might need to still, like I said, walk away from some energy that was a struggle for you, something definitely not serving you in your path. And like I said, the reveal is still coming up. They might want to really surprise you with something here. So if you are open-minded, if you are open to whatever your guides have for you, you are going to see a complete shift within the next month or two, in terms of career, in terms of this whole path. So look out for that. And again, some of the links, some of the videos I'll link below could help you figure this out. There's going to be some about blessings and signs that are coming through. And again, I have one about path and purpose as well as destiny. I'll try to remember to link all of those. So I think that's it. Group number one, a little mysterious, but I do hope some of this was helpful. So thank you so much. Let me know what your thoughts are. And if you want a personal reading, the info is below. And I've also added another link for one of my other soul siblings. He does Reiki and distance Reiki, some types of healing. So if you want to check that out, I will leave that info below. Thank you guys, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 2, which is the Tiger's Eye Worry Stone. Spirit, this reading is for group 2, please. Are they on the right path with career? So, I'm going to link some related readings below, like what your path is, your purpose, stuff like that. Because what might happen here is we're going to just get some general guidance, but I'm not sure if they're going to identify what the career path actually is, because group 1 was interesting. Let's see what you guys get. Spirit, are they on the right path for career? Group 2, Tiger's Eye. What can we say about group 2? Are they on the right path for career? Whoa, that's really encouraging. I mean, here I can say it's a big yes, but let's see what the actual big story is. You know how they like to tell the story. Spirit, can you tell us for group number 2, are they on the right path? Career. You definitely have your sights on what that path is for you. This is a gigantic yes. With the Four of Wands, they said here, before I get into the story, they said here that you guys know exactly where you belong. Now, obviously, a lot of people in a collective reading, we're going to have different stages of where we are. You know, some people might have taken steps, and other people you might feel like, you know, you're not quite there yet. But regardless of that, we have the Death card here. It just feels to me like you guys know exactly where you wish to go. Anything else? And this energy is a lot stronger. I don't, let's see. Yeah, and again, a different thing here of what I'm seeing. We have the Seven of Wands and the Chariot, 7-7, which is nice to see that. And then the Temperance card. What I'm feeling here is that intuitively, I feel like you guys are definitely in a different stage of things. So let me put all of this together. With the Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, this could be saying that a majority of you have already started this path. And if that is not the case, please do not worry, because it's happening very soon. It's really close. It just simply depends on if you have had your basically your rebirth energy yet. So with the Death card here, this is representing the ending of particular cycles. And then with the Sun there, you can see something is rising and becoming new. So because of that, this is really going to very much depend on your sequence, like where you are on your path right now. But Ace of Pentacles could have been a completely, or could still be a completely new leaf that you're turning in career. With the Four of Wands, again, like this is giving me a sense of belonging, a sense of security, balance, even a sense of family, actually. So this is really important when it comes to the people that you're working with, the environment that you're working in, and that does affect us greatly. In fact, that can make or break a whole job or whole career path. Is the company we keep, you know, the basically, again, the environment, the vibe of things. Here it's just like a different energy. I feel like whatever this is that is right for you in your heart, here it feels like you're really pushing forth for something. So you're kind of standing up for some energy, you're moving forward, there's a lot of determination. With the Temperance card, this might even have to do with the energy you're putting out there. I mean, yes, I do feel that you're being guided by your angels. There's a lot of peaceful, it's very peaceful, balanced energy too. So I really feel like either this is talking about the energy that you're embodying, or just in general, this energy is involved with your path. So again, I feel the answer is yes, that you are on the right path for your career. Basically, this energy that is right for you it really fits with you. Whatever it is, whatever you're thinking of, or whatever you have shifted towards, if you got to that point already, it's extremely right for you. I'm feeling the puzzle piece fall and click into place. And if you feel like that's not the case for you, either it's not the right time, or this might not even be the right group for you, because here I feel like it's 100%. So again, if you're not quite at this point yet where you have started this new wave of things, this new chapter of things, give it a little bit of time, just a little bit of time and clarity, and you will start to feel this energy, especially with the way that the collective energy is going. There's still some shifts happening for sure. Spirit, can you tell us a little bit more information for group number 2, Tiger's Eye, Worry Stone? What do we need to know for their energy? Are they on the right path for career? So the Hermit and the 10 of Swords, whether this is reversed or not, honestly, I just don't want to take reverse anymore. I only kind of started to do it because people were complaining to me. Anyway, so 10 of Swords and the Hermit, again, this is talking about the ending of some particular painful cycle. The Hermit card is incredibly wise. Look at how he's just watching over with his little light of this lantern of enlightenment, the staff of willpower. That's kind of how I'm taking this right now. You know, this could be you. This could be a guide. This could be your higher self, an ancestor, someone's profound, wise energy is watching over the whole clan here, the whole like family, soul family here. And for that reason, I do feel that in your destiny, you are meant to be working with at least one person. If it's a group, that's nice, you know, because it's like that collaborative feeling. You might not agree with that as I just said it, but it does seem clear to me that at some point you are going to be collaborating with others. So whether it's like this, again, like a group effect, it could be any kind of sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of like a movement in a way, or at least some kind of a collective goal. I don't know the exact word for it, but it does seem that you have in your sights the same energy, the same goal as many other people, and that's why you are drawn towards one another. But as far as this goes, it does seem like you're really kicking off with your own independent kind of start, which is nice. I don't really feel the energy of, let's say, if this is like, for some of you, it even could be something with your own business. Now, I typically get the 9 of Pentacles with something like that. I mean, of course it could be, but what this is more to me, at least right now, the Ace of Pentacles is more representing an idea in this spread. So let's keep getting more. Can you tell us a little bit about the Ace of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands, any of these? I feel like there's a lot of bursting creative energy too. Again, it's not showing itself here through a particular card, but I'm just feeling this excitement. It's very electric, magnetic kind of little sparks for you, very passionate. Can we have more for the group number 2? Whoops. Are they on the right path with career? It's funny because I ended up seeing the 9 of Pentacles at the bottom. I definitely do not doubt that at all. I feel like if you guys want to have your own kind of, whatever it is, business, project, or path, you can definitely make that happen. But again, here it's just showing as this is more of like a big shining light to spread everywhere. And that was the aim of them showing you that card. Yeah, they did say that it's going to take some time. Some of these things are still in the works. Here you got 777, which I love because, you know, we all love repeating numbers, right? But that could be part of your path. Like if you want to look up that number sequence, like anything numerology, that could definitely give you some clues there. So again, I do feel a really strong peace, a beautiful healing energy from Temperance. So all of this, the way that you're going to see this progress over time, I do feel it will be a gradual, smooth transition for the most part with your career path. So if you tend to like to plan all of the little details of your life, try your best to just go with the flow here, because this is going to, again, naturally evolve into whatever it's meant to be in its strongest power. So, you know, there might be some things that you have to sort of be flexible with, question, and just like open up with your beliefs and your ideas and whatever. And that's going to be a very healthy thing for you, I feel like, is what they're kind of getting at. That makes a lot of sense. And I feel like here as well, you're going to be learning from so many people that are around you. Whatever is the case of whoever's status or their titles or their whatever, you're going to be really learning from everyone involved in this whole path. Can you tell us a little bit about, is there any hints as to what they're doing here with the pentacles? And again, I feel like you guys already know what it is, but just in case, let's see. Is there anything you can tell us about the Ace of Pentacles, Four of Wands? I don't know if it does have to do with, you know, like some direct sort of humanitarian work, because the Five of Pentacles, you can see that there are people struggling here. So this could be financial struggle, mental health struggle, or even physical, you know, things like this. Is there, well, actually, with the Five of Pentacles, I just got this feeling just now as I put it down that you have had a specific struggle in this area. And this is you turning everything over into like this 180 effect. And what you're doing is you're wanting to give back to that same energy of this same struggle that you had before. And I do feel like you're pretty much out of that energy, like a good majority, like a good 95%, you're out of this energy. Some of you, you might maybe still be kind of struggling with certain things of this, but again, as you move forward, it's going to really turn in a different direction. What else can you explain to us, Spirit? Thank you. They use the word gift with this right here. They said gift, something like a gift to the world or something like that. Here we have the Five of Wands. So something in this corner over here is making me really feel like you're trying to help people. For some reason, they use the phrase get it together. They actually use that exact phrase. So I don't know if maybe you say that to yourself, like if there's something having to do with some kind of, again, some kind of persistent struggle. I do feel like a lot of you, it could be an emotional, spiritual kind of field. But I also think that there's others of you where it definitely could be something even practical. You know, like some practical life skill, or even something a little bit more like tangible, you know? I was going to say material, but it's not like material in a superficial sense. It's like tangible, like a three-dimensional kind of a thing, whereas the other stuff would be more internal. We also have the Empress over here. The Empress is really an idol, I think. Like this is an inspirational kind of a person, shining their light so that other people can see it. Again, lots of creativity, abundance, authenticity. So in some way, this is going to affect what you're doing, whether that means you're speaking your voice. Some of you, if you're like doing the social media route, then that could be involved here. It could be any form of speaking your voice, your truth and your wisdom, like I said. But I think that here, a lot of people are going to look up to you. They're going to end up really looking up to you in the long run, especially after you build whatever it is you're building. Okay. Is there any other final message about what their spirit, are they on the right path with career? Anything else we can know here about the sequence or the energy? Okay, so we have Strength and the Emperor. This is pretty much the same kind of energy here. Here with the Strength card, I do think that this has to do with probably your talents, anything that you're especially talented in. With the Emperor card, this is your inner protector coming out. So the Empress was definitely that feminine energy, and here's the masculine energy, or like paternal sort of energy, where I think that you're acting as some kind of a protector of people, protector of ideas, a watcher of some kind, very similar to the Hermit, actually. I really feel like some energy of your past life or ancestors or whatever family line, something like that, is coming through here. Almost like you have this continued mission from the energies, the people that came before you, the spirits that came before you, and you're continuing on that path, and you're working in collaboration with them, whether you're aware of it or not, but they are there to guide you in that direction. Do we have a final guidance message for them, please? Guidance for group 2, please. Thank you. Okay, it took a minute. So we have the Hanged Man and the Eight of Cups. This feels like you in both cards. You can even see that, again, like there's that red I'm drawn to. It feels like here, with the Hanged Man, I always just think of, you know, the fact that you must surrender in order to really go with the flow here. But with the Eight of Cups together, I kind of feel like this is you traveling or even wandering in a good way, not wandering aimlessly. This is more of like you're really open to discovering what is meant for you and what makes you happy. And the second that you do that, you will discover exactly what this is. If you've been watching this and you have no idea what I've been talking about, but you feel that this is the group for you, that's because you are probably not at this stage just yet. But if you really just surrender for a second, forget about the future, forget about expectations and the supposed tos and all of that, just let all of that go for a minute and kind of just exist and let yourself wander wherever your soul is taking you, you're going to land in this spot very, very quickly. You're actually going to be surprised at how quickly this happens. For the rest of you, if you already know where you belong, just keep going. That's all. Like, you are on the right path, so just keep going. Allow all of the signs to come to you. Again, I will link below the videos I've done for different signs that have come to you and stuff about your path and purpose. But that is what I'm seeing here. This was a very, very interesting reading and very powerful. So please let me know your thoughts. I do hope that it resonated. So if you guys want a personal reading with me, link is below. I've also added another link for another soul sibling, my friend who does Reiki and distance Reiki and different things with healing. So if you want to check that out, it's below. Okay, so thank you guys. Sending you blessings. I hope it helped, and I will see you next time. Okay, take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 3, which is Rose Quartz Pendulum. Spirit, this reading is for group 3, please. Are they on the right path, especially with career? So I actually, based off of the first 2 readings, I think it's going to be really important to actually watch, if you have not already, the, I guess it's sort of like the linked reading for this. I'm going to leave it below. It says, what is your path and your purpose? And I also have done one in the past about destiny. I think I'll leave that here, because this reading, it seems like it's not focusing on what the career field is. It's actually telling you everything else. So it's, I don't know what you guys will get. We will get some clues, but I think it's important to also watch those if you feel called. Spirit, for group number 3, Rose Quartz Pendulum, are they on the right path with regard to their career? What can you tell us for Rose Quartz Pendulum group? Thank you. Group 3, are they on the right path with career? Okay, so the answer is you are trying to be. It's not exactly yes or no. It's kind of like you know exactly what you wish to move towards, but there have been these obstacles, conflicts, maybe blockages in your path. I feel a very strong and deep sense of your heart chakra coming through. You know exactly your wish. You know exactly your spiritual desire. And everything that you're doing is aligned with getting to that point. Now, if you're worried that you're doing the wrong things, if you're worried that you're on the wrong path, that's actually not what's happening. What I am feeling here with these 2 cards leading the way is actually that this has all been a matter of divine timing and your personal development in your spiritual path. So, in other words, you were meant to go through some of these conflicts and obstacles. So, obviously, that it's not the greatest thing. We don't want to hear that because we're just like, ugh, why can't I just be on the, other path? But realistically, if you look back at what you have experienced and learned with all of these different whatever like issues and stuff, you will find that there has been or even will be continued value in whatever it was that you learned. So for example, over here with the Five of Wands and Five of Swords, I feel like this has to do with teaching you how to deal with different types of people, energies, personas, obstacles. Like there's just so much value that you are going to gain ultimately within your ability to navigate trouble or, again, like challenges, obstacles, whatever the case is. So this does have a reason, okay? And it might also have been to just strengthen your aura in a general sense. Think of it as strengthening your immune system. You have to be around, I think that that's what this had to do with. But again, ultimately, the reason why there was some of this struggle, like I said, was because of the timing of things. So looking at a different perspective of that same concept, something about your path and where you're meant to be, some part of it might not be entirely ready yet. So the fruit has not bloomed on that tree just yet, but it is getting there. I do feel a strong energy, especially for the rest of this year. I'm posting this September 2023. So I feel that by the next few months, and this was true for others as well in the collective, that there is going to be this deep, profound shift. They showed me a picture of, this is like the top energy, and then the bottom energy underneath. It was like the plates underneath the foundation was also shifting. For you guys, this is going to be such a big internal shift that you're not going to really understand it at first. You're going to be like, what is going on here? But once you settle into it, you're going to understand the full scope of why all of this happened is what they're saying here. So here with the Page of Cups and the Two of Cups, this does feel like your heart energy. And I think I did notice that, yeah, on the bottom, I did notice that there was another page here. Oh, actually, you have another one. So, I mean, that could sound obvious, like maybe some of you are wanting to work with children, but the way that I took this with Page of Cups, I actually feel like this was your own inner child. And the way that you're giving this cup to others and maybe the world, you're kind of offering it to them, saying, here, let's play, let's be loving, let's be honest and truthful and happy. Like there's something like that. This kind of innocent offering of your loving energy to others. So I don't know if that has to do with your actual field, something that maybe one of your goals or whatever it is, but that's kind of the overall vibe that I am feeling. Three of Wands, it's all about exploration. Here it looks like you are expanding yourself, your horizons, your talents, your scope of things, like the way that you see the world. Like there's something here having to do with expansion. So maybe some of you are actually literally working with people in different parts of the world. That could definitely be something. There's little ships here in the background. And with the Star card, like I said, this is really fitting in with your deeper spiritual desires. Can you tell us a little bit more, please? Spirit, can you tell us a little bit more about the Star card and the Two of Cups, please? Yeah, I'm getting this strong feeling that you guys, whether it was conscious or not, you have known from childhood exactly what you were. Not even like what you wanted to do only, but who and what you were in your soul. And that followed you. Even if you didn't actively go for whatever it was, it still followed you. Can you tell us a little bit more, Spirit, about, sorry about the noise. Can you tell us a little bit more about the Star card, Two of Cups? So here again, I'm just wondering if there is some element of travel that is involved with what you're doing. If it's not physical travel, it even could be transitions of life stages, something having to do with a person's developmental stages, what they go through in life, the different stages of the human journey. I don't know if that makes sense, but it definitely sounds like you know what it sounds like? Kind of sounds like what you're going to be doing in an energetic sense is like mentoring people too. So again, it's like this it's a very friendly, loving vibe where you are extending yourself to help others go through particular things, right? Can you tell us more? The star card. Well, I mean, definitely. With the Temperance card, you can see the amount of healing that is involved here. I feel an enormous amount of patience from your path. Whatever is involved with your path, there is patience, peace, compassion. So this can be taken in any number of ways when it comes to actual three-dimensional careers. You know, stuff like, I already used the word mentor. You know, you even have stuff that could be a little bit more obvious, I guess, like, for example, counselors or some kind of, I don't know, again, I don't know if it has to do with children, but like, if you happen to be working with children or want to work with children, then that makes perfect sense, because even just helping them to tie their shoes, you know, is like, you know, something you need patience and love, and just helping them to transition throughout life. So let's say it's not children, if it's older individuals, then that's still the same thing, where let's say they're going through a particular type of life challenge and you're just there with them every step of the way as this guide. It's really nice. It's yeah, it's like definitely spirit guide-esque energy. Okay, anything else? Are they on the right path, please? And anything about advice? So we have here the Nine of Wands. Yeah, they said kind of the same thing there. They're making me feel as though, even though it's difficult to go through this battle energy, they said, first of all, they said it's almost done. You're almost at that point where it will get infinitely easier. But in the meantime, just try to detach from the conflicts, or if you're dealing with some confusion and whatever the case is, try to detach and just simply envision this happiness or that loving energy. That's all you can really do, because this is going to naturally pass. Some of you might feel like, okay, I have to take a certain action, and that's fine. You can go ahead and do that if it's fitting with your intuition. But for right now, if you're feeling like it, you know, a little bit stuck, just know that this is not permanent. Any other final messages, advice, guidance for group number 3, Rose Quartz Pendulum? It's funny because, like, right when I was thinking of the pendulum, first of all, the heart is very obvious here, because rose quartz could be for the heart space. And then I was thinking of it swinging like this way. So it just gave me the sense that you're helping people with their sense of direction and doing it with heart. So there's that. Any other final messages for group number 3? Yeah, we have here the Nine of Pentacles, and then on the bottom we have Ace of Pentacles. 3, I just noticed. There's going to be a lot of actual physical prosperity to what you're doing. If it takes some time, then, you know, that does require patience. But I do think that part of what you're involved with here, it may have to do with physical resources for people. It kind of reminds me of, you know how people do like those fundraisers or drives to help. Like, I just thought of this one time I was at Staples and they were asking to, like, donate a box of school supplies to the children. It was something like that. And, like, other people, obviously, different kinds of fundraisers or, like, physical things, like, real tangible things, I do feel is going to be involved here, in a sense that you will have those resources. I do feel like there will be help. If you guys... I don't know if this is your role or maybe someone else is if you're on a team, but I think that I'm feeling someone here will extend themselves to get this funding. Again, I don't know if it's you per se, because it could be like if you're working with people, but it just seems to me that you guys will be very blessed with when it comes to the physical resources and foundations and stuff like that. Can we just have a one final guidance card, please? Well, got two by mistake. Okay, so the final guidance card was just Knight of Swords. Just keep going, have that strength. But with the, oh my goodness, you don't need to carry all this, by the way. So the Ten of Wands, there, yes, it kind of looks like you might have to carry everything, but I will, of course, tell you from the experience of doing these readings and myself, try not to do that to yourself. I don't think any one person needs to carry everything. And if you feel that you do, sincerely take a step back and reevaluate that. At least give some of the burden to higher level beings who will take it to a different place. You're not meant to carry everything to the point where you are like keeled over and hunched over and you can't see in front of you. So you can even ask your guides to help to remove some of the burden. You can ask others in your life, like, hey, I don't think I can carry this anymore. And that way you'll have the strength and the lightness to move forward in the way that you were meant to, with this particular lightness and speed or focus. So that is what I am seeing for you guys. I mean, this was a very beautiful reading, and I do hope that it resonated. So like I said, you might want to watch some of the other videos. I'll link it below because it's very much related to this topic. And if this resonated, feel free to subscribe. So if you want a personal reading with me, the link is in the description. I've also added another link to one of my other soul siblings. He does Reiki, distance healing, and different things with energy healing. So if you're interested, I'll link that below as well. Thank you guys so much. Sending you blessings. I hope that this was helpful, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 4, which is the Emerald Stone. Spirit, this is for group 4, Emerald. Are they on the right path with regard to career, please? Please and thank you, group 4. I'm going to link below some related readings because this what I'm noticing this reading is doing, it's kind of getting the whole bigger picture and talking about your career path, but in terms of the specifics, you might need to watch some of the linked readings below, like what is your path and purpose, and you know, I go into it. Spirit, for group number 4, Emerald, are they on the right path when it comes to career, please? Thank you. Okay. So, you know, I am seeing that, of course, when it comes to these types of yes or no questions, they do give us the story. So honestly, group 4, I feel like many of you might might very much be struggling when it comes to your career path. I think as it stands now, a majority of you feel like you're not on the right career path, but you can see, like really close by, you can see and envision, you can sense what it is that you would like to be feeling, what you're meant to be doing, and it does look very different. So I mean, in that way, I would say, you know, the answer could be no, but for right now. So Spirit wouldn't just give you like this negative, bleak outlook and tell you nothing else. I mean, at least I wouldn't, but that is what I'm seeing here. So for whatever it is that you're involved with right now, if this is the case, I don't know if it resonates with you yet, but here we see a feeling of longing, and even, I don't know if this is regret. Here you could be fighting with yourself or having some kind of direct challenges with your environment. It just looks a lot of unhappiness, I would say. Over here with the 9 of Pentacles, I feel like this vision is very close to you. So whether you're actually actively thinking about it every day, or you're just kind of wishing to get out of this particular feeling, this energy is within reach, which is really nice. So as you can see, you have a little bird there in the hand. That's technically a falcon. And you can see all of the abundance, the freedom. I feel like that's a big one for you guys, is the freedom when it comes to career, when it comes to this, I guess, like almost daily energy that you're spending. So can you tell us, Spirit, are they on the right path, or what does that look like for them, the right path for them? And by the way, this doesn't mean that 100% of you are, like, it doesn't mean you're, what am I trying to say? I feel like this, if you are on the path that you want, but it's not going in the way that you expected. That is part of this too. So some of you might be kind of out of this situation, and maybe you are doing things for yourself. Maybe you are, maybe you have taken certain actions. But again, like if you're still feeling the sense of obstacles and there's struggles and there's like these blockages, this is going to resonate there as well. So here we have some really interesting cards. We have the Sun, the Hanged Man, and the Eight of Wands. Immediately, we see a complete shift here. So like I said, it is within reach. It's right there. So we see movement. We see coming out of blockage and stuckness. We immediately see positive energy, light, happiness. You see it? You see what I mean? Look how close that was. It's like right there. So what this could represent in terms of maybe even timing, everyone in the collective has been getting that they're going to have more shifts within the next couple of months, probably before the end of the year. And for you guys, I feel like it is definitely either the same or very similar, because it's hard to tell. Some of you, this might extend into... some of you, I think fewer of you, it's going to extend into the first part of the new year. But I think that it's still closer than that. I mean, again, it just depends. I think everyone here has such a different mind state. Like, I can tell that there's a lot of varying energies here. But what's nice is that, again, this Sun card, this happiness is right there. And here with the Eight of Wands, this is that breath of fresh air that you're going to need in order to lift you away from some of these heavy and negative energies. So Spirit, can you tell us a little bit more about what's involved with their career path that's meant for them? Are they on the right path, please? Group 4. So we have the Six of Cups and the Two of Wands. Here it feels like your inner child, your inner creativity, your soul, something like that, is very, very happy and pleased with what you're doing and generally how the path is going for you. Two of Wands, I think that maybe this is just kind of showing how things will continue to build in the future with this. Can you tell us a little bit more about what's involved with their path, please? Okay, this is interesting. So, some of the things here that they're highlighting, you can see the way that these look together. To me, it does look like there might have been a blockage within the heart space, which makes sense to me that over here, your inner child made a point to say, we're very happy with this. We're very happy with the way that this is going. Because over here, I do feel like you might have overlooked something, maybe. Some of you might have overlooked something that your heart wanted and really needed. And the reason for this is because of the three-dimensional world. The way that it's almost like a trick. It's like this illusion. We get tricked into thinking that certain other things are more important than our own soul's happiness, which even just saying that out loud now, it kind of sounds absurd. It's like, how can anything be more important than that? How can we possibly sacrifice our soul's happiness, for anything else? But it's obvious. It's because of the way that our society is built and these expectations and all that. So all you need to do for this one is just to kind of look inward at this inner star energy. This can even be a meditation if you want it to be. The star energy, it's similar to if you're just, it kind of gives me the image of looking up at the stars at night, lying back on a blanket and grass and something like that. Like, I don't know if you can actually do that, but if you do happen to be able to do that, that actually would really help the expansion of your perspective. But you could also just do a regular meditation, just try to expand the mind, connect with the stars, connect with your higher self and your guides and this inner inspiration that you have within you at all times. And with the Nine of Wands, I feel like this is you within your age. This is your old soul energy, all of the battles that you have gone through. And I just feel, generally speaking, that I have to say, I feel like you don't need to fight anymore. I mean, I know that certain things still require effort and whatever, but this is not that type of fighting. This is the tired fighting, where we fight and it's kind of like, for what? You know, it feels just like that. Like, what are we doing this for? So you can see here that that vibe of the inner child is, it's again coming through. You can see just with the sun card. So yeah, for some reason, your inner child energy was really shining through, trying to get your attention. So if you, did I do a reading on that? I think I did. The one, so I'll let me write a note to remember to do that. So what does your inner child want to tell you is similar to what does your soul want to tell you. So I'll try to link those. The inner child one, I think I used my deck. So let me just do that now. This is the Child Tarot, my handmade deck. So inner child of group number 4, what is it that you so much want to communicate with them now? They really want to tell you something, but I don't know if it'll be here. I think it's going to be a general communication. They want to become a part of your spirit team in a sense. Oh, that's interesting. This entire deck has children on it, and you got one of the only cards that has an adult on it. That is kind of weird. I think the only other one was the Mama card, which is this is the Emperor. And it's funny because your inner child kind of called you out and said, why are you making us grow up? We don't want to grow up yet. We want to stay. Like, your inner child will always be a child. So your inner child is saying, I don't want to grow up. I want to be a kid. Why won't you let me be a kid, is what they're saying. Inner child is telling you that you might exercise too much control and you're too worried about the time of everything. Stop worrying about that. So, sorry, your inner child is kind of like, it's like, they're kind of, you know, like being tough with you, I guess. I was going to say they're trolling you, but that's not what they're doing. Like, they're kind of grilling you a little bit here. So the remote control was meant to symbolize that, like trying to control for things. And, you know, look, this does not look like a person who's even that comfortable sitting there. It kind of looks like a stiff posture. So again, inner child is asking you to just relax, you know, to stop wanting to control things and be rigid. Just really be a child, you know. And if you find that difficult, that's exactly the problem. They're saying you have to just be a kid for a second, and the only person who's stopping you is you. So maybe try to tap into inner child energy by, you can think about it, you can just do a meditation on it, but you can also do some things that make you feel like a child, to just be present, to shine your light, to exercise your creativity and freedom in some way, just for yourself for a moment. Anything else, inner child of group 4, would you like to tell them? Oh, and also this might mean you've developed that energy because you have to take care of other people too. So yeah, try not to neglect yourself and your own inner joy. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? The exact same thing happened here. That's so freaking weird. The Master of Polynoses is the King of Pentacles. And you guys, if you know tarot, you know that the Emperor and the King of Pentacles is just a similar vibe. It's the same thing. You guys are coming up as like this paternal protector energy. Let's take care of everyone else. You can see the little animals in the tree to represent everyone that you're housing and nurturing and protecting, again, taking care of. But in this case, you're happy to do it. It's not that you have to stop doing that. They're just asking you to be a part of that joy. So maybe it is your natural sort of vibe and inclination to take care of others. That's a great thing. Again, just make sure that you're taking care of you. Here you can see the strong roots kind of soaking up that nourishment from the divine. You see the light here. So maybe that's a healthy compromise, just to make sure that you're also involved with that nourishment and that love. Spirit, can we have a final message, please, for group number 4? Are they on the right path with career? I feel like you definitely need to watch the additional readings, because again, it will give you a good bigger picture here. Spirit, can you tell us any final message for group number 4? Are they on the right path with career? Yeah, and here the final message is just, again, about your happiness. This is the 9 of Cups, or the 9 of Imagination. So here there's a feeling of satisfaction and fulfillment. But this is just you by yourself for a change, kind of just focusing on what is going to make me feel balanced and whole and complete. And if you don't know what that is yet, again, that is the start of the journey. Some of you might have already thought about it. That's great. If you have no idea like where to start, it's going to happen soon. Again, you just have to, I would say, open up your energy a little bit to let in some of that. And the way you can personally do it is by just tapping into the inner child. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys. So I do hope that this plus the other readings help to bring everything together into this clearer picture. The reading I'm going to do next is going to probably talk about matters of the heart. So like whatever it is, like love, friendship, and stuff for this little mini series. So thank you guys so much. I hope that it was helpful. If it was, you can feel free to subscribe. If you want a personal reading with me, the link is in the description. And I've also added another soul siblings link, my friend that does Reiki, distance healing, and stuff like that. If you're interested, you can check that out below. Okay, so thank you once again. Send me blessings, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.